Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round 10 here at season 5 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series. We're at Darlington Raceway, and as you can see, Larson Rocks on the pole for today's race. Ken in the 47 car will start in second. Timac in the 24 in third. Punisher Drummer in the 38 in fourth. Ricky in the 51 in fifth. And as you can see, there's the rest of the starting grid. 16 drivers here in the feature race at Darlington Raceway. And you can hear some of the drivers already discussing the race here. This is a no custom setup series hosted on NASCAR 15 on the PlayStation 3 console. And the green flag is out. And Ken gets an amazing start right off the hop in that 47, and he's actually going to drive out in front of the 31 and take the lead from the pole sitter Larson Rocks.
No one working the top.
Highline looked real good on that start, actually. Punisher Drummer was able to get past Timac for third.
Looking inside.
Oh! Punisher Drummer got up into the wall, and Timac was there, and he wasn't quite ready for it.
Inside.
Oh! It's getting intense around here. Ricky takes third. Timac settles into fourth. Throbbing Vein in fifth. And Punisher Drummer had an early incident, and he got into the outside wall that last time by in turns 3 and 4. Oh, and I didn't see who that was way back there, but somebody went flying to the inside. They didn't hit the wall, but certainly went flying down there. And it's Ken in the number 47 car in the race lead. Larson Rocks in the number 31 car is in second. Ricky in the 51 car in third. Oh, Timac makes a little bit of contact with the outside wall there, much like Punisher Drummer did. And there goes Throbbing Vein for fourth. Punisher Drummer is now catching Timac, and he's running in sixth in that number 38 car. I don't know if you can see the map on the bottom left of your screen very clearly or not, but bottom left corner, as you can see, there's a lot of dots there on the front straightaway. Something certainly happened to somebody. And it was Dexter in the number 11 car that literally just got going there. Timac takes fourth back from Throbbing Vein. Ooh. Now Timac's got a yellow right rotor. It's early in the race. And someone's going to pit road here. Already cars having problems. Ken still holds down the race lead, and Ricky has caught the front two being Ken in the 47 and Larson Rocks in the number 31 car. The battle is on for 5th and 6th. That's Throbbing Vein in the number 5, Punisher Drummer in the number 38. And there's more cars going slowly down here at the bottom of the track, some of them on pit road, and I'm not really too sure what's going on here. I would say there's about 3, 4, or maybe 5 cars already off the lead lap here in the early going. Punisher Drummer has gotten around Throbbing Vein, and now he's in the 5th position, that number 38 machine. If you're just joining us, this is race number 10 of 22 here in season 5 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series, hosted on the NASCAR 15 video game on the PlayStation 3 console. For more information about schedules, results, standings, or how to sign up and become a NOSSCAR driver, visit www.nosscar.com. NOSSCAR.com. You can also search NOSSCAR on Facebook and YouTube, Instagram and Twitter, and you will find our social media accounts. New leader here at Darlington Raceway, Ricky has passed Larson and Ken and puts the number 51 Chevy in the lead.
That's a full second you made up on the driver in front. Way to go, buddy.
Larson and Ken nearly side by side there. And that's a battle for second and third, and now Timac in the 24 car is creeping into the picture. It looked like Ken in the 47 made contact with the outside wall coming out of turn 2. Turns 1 and 2 are very different from turns 3 and 4. And that was THR Hardpickle in the number 2 car. He looked a little bit out of shape there. Must have either had some help in the corner or got a little bit loose. And he was scored in the 13th position when I saw him there. And he fell 1 lap down to the leaders. It's Ricky in the 51 car pacing the field, and he's just passed a couple more cars to put them 1 lap down. Or maybe just one more. It looks like it's the 46 car of Squirrel Nuts. Squirrel Nuts coming off of a couple of good finishes in recent races here in the NOSSCAR X2 Series. A little bit behind the 8 ball in the early going here at Darlington. There are no cautions for today's event here at Darlington. Sometimes we do the manual cautions format, sometimes we have cautions on, and sometimes we run it.
Let's go, buddy. Get past that car. He's killing our race.
Leaders are now working lap 14 of 73, and it looked like Squirrel Nuts was nice enough to get out of the way here for the leaders. The 3-car battle for second, third, and fourth is heating up. Punisher Drummer was gaining on these guys. Oh, and problems for Ken in the 47. He hit the wall, and that's a classic wall glitch, we call it. When you make minor contact with the outside wall and it just completely sends your car sideways with no mercy. And we saw that happen just now to the number 47 machine. Tough break for Ken. He was running in second place, and he comes into this race in third in the standings. This leaves Larson Rocks in second place. This leaves Timac 11 in third, and Throbbing Bane in the number 5 car is now in fourth. He has gotten around Punisher Drummer, who's running in that number 38 machine. Dexter in the number 11 car just moved out of the way for the leaders. Very, very gentlemanlike of him. Very classy group of drivers we have here in NOSSCAR competition. Competitive and respectful. Some drivers prefer certain tracks, and if they're off the pace, they often give way for the race leaders and simply let them by with no harm and no foul. Throbbing Bane in the number 5 car is now on pit road.
The tire's blowing, you wore it out.
Trouble for You now inherits 4th position. He's driving that number 10 car. And we're getting a report somebody spun and somebody might be out. I'm not sure. Hard Pickle just said something over the radio, and I believe that he made contact with the wall, and he resumes racing in that number 2 machine. The next race on the NOSSCAR X2 Series schedule here in Season 5 is at Daytona, the night race at Daytona. And THR Hard Pickle is a former race winner here in the NOSSCAR X2 Series, both at Daytona and Talladega. So he's certainly going to be one of the favorites to win the race at Daytona in that number 2 car.
You gained 3/10 on the car ahead. I told you those times.
And there was a wreck in turns 3 and 4, and Trouble for You in the number 10 car, we know, made some contact with whoever it was. Larson Rocks has come down pit road. Trouble for You was involved in that incident, and we think he's got some damage. He's no longer scored at 4th. That now belongs to the number 42 driver, RJ Haywood. And right when I say that, it appears Flacco in the number 32 car. We haven't spoken much about Flacco, but Flacco in the number 32 machine.
Check out.
You need some fuel? I think we should change those
Having a good run.
Okay, let's make this work.
And Timac's on pit road, Ricky's on pit road, Flacco is not. Flacco stays on the racetrack in the number 32 machine, and he's going to get the bonus point for leading a lap. We're going to find out later on down the road in this race if this is the right strategy call.
Looks like you've worn the right tire down.
As of right now, they're the top 7, or the top 5 rather, have not made pit stops. Flacco in the 32 car must have been saving plenty of fuel that entire first run, because he's still on the racetrack. Very smart by Flacco. He's going to get a bonus point for this. Looking real strong.
Flat tire. I told you.
Throbbing Bane in the 5 car scored in 7th, behind his teammate Timac in the 24 car, who sits in 6th. Larson Rocks in the 31 occupies the 5th position, and it appears that it's Punisher Drummer running in 4th, just in front of him there. Also would like to welcome back Sean to the NOSSCAR X2 Series, former race winner here in the series, one of the best we've had, quite frankly, and he's currently holding the quickest lap time of the race at this point. Oh! And not sure what happened to Larson. Timac tried to make a move and couldn't quite handle the corner. And now I believe Flacco has given up the race lead, and it is Ken in the number 47 car who has taken over the race lead. And I'm not quite sure if Ken has made a pit stop or not, because remember he suffered a wall glitch earlier in this race. THR Hard Pickle was making contact with the outside wall there that last time by. He scored in the 13th position, I believe 2 laps down at this point. And I think that Ken in the 47 car is yet to make a pit stop, though I can't really confirm this at this time. Trying to figure out the running order for you is I think that Ricky in the number 51 machine is in 3rd. RJ Haywood scored in the 6th position. Throbbing Bane in the 5 car is suddenly back on pit road. Very short fuel run for the 5 team. Oh, and it looked like Punisher Drummer had a wall glitch incident. He was that yellow car parked against the inside wall there. on the back straightaway. He was running, I believe, in second. Now getting reported that Ricky is in second, and it's Ken in the 47 car who still has the race lead.
Flat tire, flat tire. I told you.
Still not really too sure how that's possible though, because Ken was behind everybody and he wall glitched. Not really too sure. It could be an error with the scoring. Because I'm not sure if anyone would be able to make it on 30 laps without pitting.
First is in front by 8 seconds.
And there's Punisher Drummer leaving pit road in the number 38 car.
The tire's blown, you wore it out.
Starting to think that some drivers might have tried the whole 2-tire strategy and they might have popped a tire or realized that it just simply was not going to work and they had to make an extra pit stop halfway through their fuel run. Throbbing Bane would be one of those drivers. And Ken is now on pit road.
3 back, coming low. Watch him here, he's coming up fast.
I think that Ken might have taken no tires or perhaps 2 tires, realized that he had to pit sooner rather than later, and now there he was on pit road. And now Throbbing Bane, or not Throbbing Bane rather, but Punisher Drummer making contact with Timac. Oh, and a big wreck. Timac taking exception to what happened back there, and Punisher Drummer goes around as well. And there was a massive pileup back there.
I told you those tires wouldn't last.
They would have lasted much longer if there wasn't contact with the 38 car in turns 3 and 4 that last time by. Ricky is the race leader in the number 51. Larson Rocks now back to third. Timac running in second. RJ Haywood having a great run in the 42 car. He's, I believe, in trouble of going 1 lap down at this current present time, but running in fourth.
Looks like you've worn the right tire down.
Ricky is the leader. He's working lap 37 of 73. So we are roughly halfway here through the NOSSCAR X2 Series race at Darlington Raceway.
On the bottom, 3 back. The tire's blown, you wore it out. Car inside, trying to get to your corner. He's right on you. Got a car closing on your outside.
1 second it's real loose, next second it's real tight. So I never know until I get to the corner.
There's a 9-second gap to the leader. told you those tires wouldn't last.
Timac stays out one extra lap more than Ricky, and he's going to get a bonus point here for leading a lap. And now Ken in the 47 car closing in with those fresher tires.
Are approaching your rear.
Ken scored in the 3rd position as of right now so far, and he has fresher tires and more gas than Timac at this point.
Nice and smooth. You're way out front. Use that clean.
And we're getting a report somebody might be out of the race now, and I'm not sure who. Sean in the 22 car appears to have been involved in an incident somewhere on the racetrack, or maybe a connection problem. He was having connection problems earlier before the race began, when we were beginning to get things prepared. So you gotta wonder what happened to the 22. They had the fastest lap time for much of this race, but now that is being held by Punisher Drummer in the number 38 machine. And now Timac's going to surrender the race lead and come in for service.
Fuel up and let's add some tape to the grill. You're running pretty cool. Okay, buddy, we're standing by.
So the leaders are working lap 43 out of 73, so 31 laps to go.
Let's do this.
If you're just joining us, this is race number 10 here in Season 5 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series, which is a no custom setup series hosted on the NASCAR 15 video game on the PlayStation 3 console. Respectful drivers, competitive racing. You can visit www.noscar.com for more information on how to become a NOSSCAR driver. You can search NOSSCAR Series on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, and you can find our full race videos and all of our content, and you can follow us and follow the news.
30 to go. 3-0. Car high. Just keep a good pace. You're doing good. Car at your door. Tom at your door.
Timac's got the fresher tires than Throbbing Bane, so he's going to retake third here. And right now it's Ken in the 47 car scored as the race leader. He's hoping that he can stretch this fuel far enough to the point where it says final pit stop, because if he can't, we do know that the next time Timac and Ricky make a pit stop, it will be their last one, and then they will be good to the finish. Ooh, slight contact with the outside wall there for Timac exiting turn 4.
Flat tire. I told you.
And there's Wood Dog coming off of pit road in the number 3 car. Perhaps his final pit stop. And he might have to pit again unless he really conserves. Some of these drivers have a very good fuel strategy before the race began, as you can see.
9/10 is what you made up on the guy.
And now Ken in the number 47 car is on pit road. He's going to surrender the race lead. And he's going to surrender it to Ricky in the number 51 car. And from here, I don't think that Ken's going to be able to make it to the end without having to pit once again. So I think the drivers that have the best fuel strategy from here on out to the rest of the race are Ricky, Timac, and Larson Rocks. However, they're all very split up and separated right now. And it appears that it's going to be perhaps Ricky, if no mistakes are made, coming home with the W. We've got 24 laps to go. The leader, Ricky, in the 51 is working lap 50 of the 73. Timac just caught up to RJ Haywood here. He is 1 lap down in the number 42 car. Just in front of him is Flacco in the number 32 car. Scored 1 lap down. I believe both drivers are inside the top 10 right now. Whoa. Timac was trying to work around Haywood and he got into him there and it was a little bit messy, and it looks like Haywood and Flacco are both going to let Ty go by.
The tire's blowing, you wore it out.
Thank you, Carl.
Flat tire, flat tire. I told you. Okay, 20 to go. Inside's clear.
Looks like Mananger let Ty go. Looks like Hard Pickle actually got in there a little bit too hot, and he went up and made contact with the outside wall.
Stay down. Okay, behind you. Clear all around.
Kind of looked like Hard Pickle pinched him a little bit. Timac had to enter the corner very low there. Wasn't very forgiving. Remember, Mananger's a teammate of Timac, so he let him go by with much ease. And then there you saw that THR Hard Pickle in the number 2 car for Team Penske did not show quite the same show of friendship. And now Ricky is on pit road. Timac takes over the race lead for now. Question is, when does he come down to pit lane? Oh, getting a report that Ken in the 47 car bumped into the back of Mananger in the number 48.
Yeah, I just seen that too when he was right in front of me. I can't remember the brakes to make sure I didn't touch him.
Spud Sevenfold has officially signed up for the next race. That's what ready to rock and roll means. He's ready for the Daytona race, scheduled for right after this. And now, as of right now, it's Timac in the 24 car with the lead. You got Ken in the 47 in second, Tyler Scott in the 78 car all the way up to third, and you got Ricky in the 51 car in fourth. We believe Larson Rocks has made his pit stop, and that is why he is no longer inside the top 4.
Okay, let's use that clean air. Keep digging.
Trying to get a good
And that was Larson Rocks right there in the 31 that just exited pit road. And there's Hart Pickle exiting pit road. And we're getting a report Tyler Scott in the 78 is now on pit road. So now it's Throbbing Bane in the number 5 car that is up in 4th.
I told you those tires wouldn't last.
I knew when we started this.
Watch your fuel. You ready to dive in here, buddy? Alright, I want you to pit this time. Pit this lap. No one's gonna touch you out here today.
Ooh.
The tire's blown. You wore it out. Look at your fuel gauge for me. Ready to pit. Try to go easy on this tire.
Alright, Timac is pitting this time. Feels like a good time to do so. Oh, shoot.
Too fast, man. Check up. Check up.
We're gonna go 14.
Alright, well that was a little bit scary.
Be ready, guys. Let's hustle here.
The call's going to be for 4 tires and fuel for Timac. Question is this the right call? Should he have gambled and perhaps taken the 2 tires? I'll admit it went back and forward in my mind a little bit throughout that entire fuel run, to be completely honest.
Flat tire.
And now coming off of pit road, it is Ricky with the race lead, Timac in 2nd, Ken in 3rd, Throbbing Bane in 4th. And that is with 10 laps to go now as Ricky comes around to complete lap 63. So he is now on lap 64. There's Flacco in 12th. Oh, where's he going? I have no idea where Flacco's going. And yeah, after pit stops there, Timac's got about a 10.5 second gap over Ken, but it's shrinking now, as you can see on the top right corner, because Flacco really held me up. Larson Rocks is in 4th, and we're not really sure where Throbbing Bane or the others are right now, because they have had to come down pit road and make another pit stop themselves. So now we do know that everybody in the top 4 has fuel and tires to the end. So this is looking like it's going to be career win number 2 for Ricky in the number 51 car here in the NOSSCAR X2 Series, and his 2nd win here in Season 5, if he can hang on and pull it off. He's got a 13.6 second gap over Timac, who's in 2nd. Looks like Wood Dog's having some connection issues as he's trying to get to pit road. I think that's what he was trying to do.
8 to go. To go. I told you those tires wouldn't last.
7 laps to go. Six laps to go now for the leaders.
6
Flacco's going to yield and let Ty go. He let R.J. Haywood in the number 42 car go as well. Haywood a little bit all over the place. Timac gets by. Ricky's got to be very careful. He's in heavy lap traffic over there, and we saw earlier this season at Pocono, Punisher Drummer had the race lead on a final lap, and a wreck in front of him between two lap cars trapped Punisher Drummer on the grass and got him involved in the wreck, and it was Timac in the 24 car that came around to win the race, and it was one heck of a battle between him and Jay Tizzle on the final lap. Jay Tizzle was looking for his first career X2 Series win. If you're just joining us now, guys, Ricky in the 51 car is the race leader. Timac in the 24 car is in second. Ken in the 47 car is in third. Larson Rocks in the 31 car is in fourth. And I believe that there are only 4 cars on the lead lap here at Darlington Raceway. This is round 10 of 22 here in the 5th season of the NOSSCAR X2 Series. Posted on the NASCAR 15 video game on the PlayStation 3 console. We now have 3 laps to go here at Darlington Raceway, and THR Hard Pickle's having some connection issues. Timac bumped into his Ghost, and his Ghost was physical. Not too sure what that was all about. I swear every time I try to pass Hard Pickle, he makes it very tough on me, because now Ken's only got a 6-second gap on me, but he ain't catching me. Ricky, your race leader, coming around to see the white flag signifying the 1 lap to go. Final time around Darlington Raceway for the 51 car. It's going to be his 2nd career NOSSCAR X2 Series victory, and his 2nd this season as well. And this is huge momentum for the number 51 team towards winning the championship. Only 2 drivers have more wins than Ricky now this season. That would be Timac and Ken. Welcome, Ricky, to the multiple-time winner platform here in Season 5 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series.
Way to get it done, man.
What a race, guys. It's a bit of a stressful racetrack, so a lot of these drivers are now venting out some of their feelings. 2 very different corners, and it's for the most part a one-groove racetrack. Very difficult to manage 2x2 or 3 wide racing at this place. What a race, guys. Here are the final results. Throbbing Bane in 5th, Trouble for You in 6th. Here's the rest of the finishing order. Remember, Sean lagged out early in the race. Tough break for the number 22 driver. Thanks very much for joining us, guys. The next race this season is coming to you live from Daytona International Speedway here on the NASCAR 15 video game on the PlayStation 3 console. If you know the answer to this question, type it into the comment section. We'll see you next time.